Hello friends, this is Growl, and welcome to the first official Wafflecat weekly of season 3 of the War Within. I think it's 86. Glad to finally have vaults that I can open that we care about again. So here we go. I made the mistake of ordering something very spicy for lunch today. So I'm taking a little intermission in between my in between my food to open my vault. We have 4 vaults today. I guess I'll go through some of my characters and why I'm playing them this season as well, briefly. My Shaman is my 4th character, I guess. I feel like Shaman is likely to be pretty good at M+, but unfortunately I didn't really fit it anywhere in Raid and didn't get it geared. So this guy I'm trying to make sure I do a weekly here or there to keep up on the gear. I only did 1 key. Shout out to our friends for carrying us in our Dome. Alright. Let's pop open a vault, see what we got. Ooh, is this a weapon? Ooh, a myth weppy. I think we take that. We happily take that. I think for raid, a lot of times you don't care too much because you're going to want to craft the ascendance, and also you're going to get that raid weapon with the cantrip thing. But for a guy like this, getting a raid weapon on week 1, or I mean a myth weapon on week 1 is going to be grab for me. All right, next on to my priest. My priest I'm using as a split character in raid. I kind of feel like it's the end of the era of disc priest and M+, but I could be wrong. That being said, it was still very geared from last season, so I can easily step into 10 keys in raid and stuff. So I think I have 1 M+ vault and then 3 heroic vaults from raid. Servers are surprisingly nice to me this early in the reset. I guess it's the 2nd reset of the season. Couldn't expect them to be too chaotic. Able to yoink a Lumithar trinket from normal. This is a very good M+ trinket. I recommend if you have a raid vault to be opening as a healer. Bang. Oh boy. So a hero track antenna or a myth track gloves. Or a hero track tier piece. Oh boy. I mean, myth track is tempting. And I'll just be able to catalyze this. I think missing out on a myth track item, it just feels bad. So I'm going to take this. If I cared about this character's power, like right now, I would either take this for the 4-piece or the antenna, because this is a very good trinket. This is a crazy good vault. Hopefully Jangdi has a vault looking like this. But because this guy is just kind of maintenance, and I'm just, you know, maybe I'll play him later if he's good. I think I'm just going to take the myth track piece so I don't lose out on myth track. That is what we... I may be regretting this. Whatever. We'll take it. Myth track on our guy. Let's not look at those items anymore. Now our druid. Our druid, I think this is probably going to be my main M+ healer this season. The only concern is that if people end up running a Fizz comp, especially with Feral Druid, because Feral Druid's really good, I don't think you would play Resto. I think Resto is a great healer this season. It's just a matter of will it fit in with the 1 comps. So I think we'll see either Resto or Resto Druid or Resto Shaman. Kind of why I'm playing both. So this guy did a lot of keys. I have this guy in my splits as well. I also just, this is the guy I heal with when people need a healer. So I think I should have a full M+ vault. Let's crack this open. Okay, my mouth is finally recovering. I'm starting to feel better. Oh. Wow. So I don't think this trinket is particularly good for healers. What loot spec did I open as? So I opened it as Resto. So if this is a Resto trinket, then it shouldn't do... Wow, some more crazy items. So this is a very, very good staff. If you don't have access to myth track stuff yet, this is basically this. Unless you got a myth track one, obviously. I think I'm going to take this trinket just because this belt is going to be nothing but this is the delve belt. This is barely anything. It doesn't even have haste on it. This is not a bad ring. This is a pretty nice ring, but I just don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think this is particularly good on healers, but I don't know. And who knows? Maybe there's a world where I play Boomy. I just think this is too crazy of a trinket to pass up. I think I'm just going to take this. Just because it has appeared. I'm going to be crafting a weapon, a myth weapon anyway, either way. So the heroic weapons up top aren't too valuable for me. All right. On to the main event. It's Jangby's Vault. Believe it or not, this is my raid main this season. My most geared character. Hopefully we'll be able to push title again. Although, hopefully it won't be pugging. And hopefully it should be easier to push title. I feel like the lo-fi is going a little loud, but that's okay. It's been a while, you know. Alright. Last vault. Not too bad. We've had some pretty nice looking vaults. So what do we want? So we managed to down 2 mythic bosses. Plexus Sentinel and Soulbinder, which gives us access to this staff. This staff would be a huge pull, but we only have one opportunity to get it in the vault. Otherwise, a weapon just from M+ would be nice. That way we can use our sparks on something else and craft some embellishments, which I kind of need because I didn't plan everything out perfectly. Or if none of those things, a myth tier piece. If we don't get any of those, we might be a little sad. But, all right, let's see what we got. Checking loot spec, not that it matters too much. What do we got here? We have a Myth Lily, which this is a good but not great trinket, I think. The problem with it is Arcana is shorter than 1 minute 30, so you don't always, like, you actually lose a lot of uses. Mama's Mega Medallion. Burst Mastery. This is a pretty good trinket. And here we have a weapon. Not a particularly good vault. So this is an okay trinket. I know it's good for some classes, but I don't think it's that good for I think I'm taking the weapon. I think I'm going to take the weapon. I think I'm going to jack it up to Myth 6 of 6. And then I think I'm going to craft an offhand and then something else. I think the plan here. Myth, actually, yeah, because this, I already have this trinket. Bracers are heroic. And I already, you don't really want to take Myth boots. Actually, I already have better boots than these. I have the Bowie from the... Yeah, I think this is a no-brainer. I think we take the weapon. We craft an offhand. We craft another embellishment. I think that's the move here. So, not to do this to you guys, but I'm actually not going to take this from the vault yet. The reason is, I'm going to try and put together a group for Tazavesh hard mode, like, very, very soon, probably on stream. And I want to make sure I don't get a, like, I don't want to pick something from the vault and then get something from there. If I get a weapon from there, then I can take this neck. If I don't get a weapon, or, you know what I mean? So this is definitely my choice here from the vault, but I'm going to do the Taz hard mode before I officially grab. But okay, a weapon. Not a staff. A staff saves you a lot of crests, but still pretty happy about that. So a couple things we can check on because I know people are going to ask. The weekly quest is the do 10 world quests, and you can use it to bump your reputation up in the... Oh, no, you can't. Okay, so this weekly quest, you can't bump your reputation up in the new area. That is unfortunate. In order to get your next half spark, this is the quest that you do right here. World bosses, world quests, or delves. Complete any delve. This is probably the easiest. Get our spark. Yeah, time walking's over. That's that. Looks like everyone's jumping back into the raid. Dude, I see so many people on my friends list in the... Oh, man. Oh, my God. I don't think I've ever seen this whole window be blue before. I mean, a lot of them are just liquid splits, but... Yeah. All right, well, there's the Wafflecat Weekly. It has returned. Some nice items. I'll probably be maintaining these 4 characters. Hopefully we have a myth vault and all these guys every week. And I appreciate you guys watching. Good luck in your vaults as well. Happy keying, friends.